So, Zach, the NBA is set to start, regular season set to start next Tuesday. Preseason has already gone underway. But with that in mind, let's do a few predictions. We'll do most valuable player, defensive player of the year, rookie of the year, as well as the finals matchups.
Yeah, so I'm just going to kick it off. My list is... So I'm going to start off with MVP. I got Luka Doncic winning it. He should have had a top 3 finish last year. I thought he should have gotten it over James Harden. I'm not going to argue with the other two, but I think Luka was a little more important for his team. That's me picking straws, I guess. I'm not mad about James Harden being in. I just would have put Luka in over James Harden. And I think if they're anywhere near a top 4 finish in the East, the Mavericks being, you just lock it up right now, hand them the award. Don't even bother taking the vote. I don't think you can give the award to anyone else if the Mavericks jump from where they were to all the way up to the 3rd or 4th seed in the West. I don't think they're 1 or 2. I think the Lakers and Clippers are still better, and they're probably not even 4. I think that Nuggets team is really good, especially with the young talent they have mixed with Jamal Murray and Jokic up top. Michael Porter Jr. should be better. Bol should be better. They have enough talent that Dallas might not jump in the top 3, but I think if they're right there at 4, I think you can hand the award to Luka now. And then for Defensive Player of the Year, I'm going Anthony Davis. He arguably should have won the award last year. I thought Giannis winning the award was the right choice, but Anthony Davis was just as good last year as Giannis. I just think that the circumstances came together to give the award to Giannis last year, but I think if he's anywhere as good as he was last year, he doesn't have to be exactly what he's good as what he was last year, but if he's at least really close, I don't think anyone else deserves the award. Rookie of the Year, James Wiseman. I like LaMelo Ball, but it generally takes longer for point guards to get acclimated to the game most of the time. I mean, obviously, Ja Morant was great from the gate, but Ja Morant was more polished last year as a rookie than I think LaMelo Ball is right now. Yeah, he sees the floor really well, but he doesn't have the scoring acumen that Morant had, and Morant is not quite as good of a passer, but he's almost as good, and he's just a better scorer, and I think he's also a better defender right now. Yeah, Ball has better height, but he's just a little too raw, I think, and Wiseman was the number 1 player in the country going into last college basketball season, and yeah, and some NCAA things got tripped up, and so he ended up not playing, but to be honest, in the few games we saw him, he looked great. He was averaging 4 blocks a game in college basketball. I mean, people don't average 4 blocks a game really at any level very often. So he has the chance easily to probably even be the best player in this class. He's just an unknown commodity because he didn't play really any games. But he's going to probably start for a good Warriors team because they just need center help. And he won't be asked to do too much, whereas LaMelo Ball is going to ask to run the show on offense. And so I think there's just a better path for Wiseman to get the award. And then my finals matchup, Nets and Lakers. Kevin Durant was the second best player in the NBA when he was healthy last time, 2 years ago. It's hard to predict how good he's going to be coming off a major injury, but if he's close, then him and Kyrie should be dangerous on offense. Plus, both have won a ring before, so they've been there, they've done it, they've been to multiple finals together, they have the experience, unlike the Bucks, and they have more talent than both Miami and Toronto right now, so I think there's that kind of evens out or cancels out the experience of making it to the finals for both Miami and Toronto, the last 2 teams from the East to make it to the finals. Obviously, the Celtics have a shot too, but again, that experience I think will bode well for the Nets over the Bucks and Celtics and other top teams in the East that haven't made it to the finals. But I think the Lakers win it all. LeBron and Anthony Davis is still better than Durant and Kyrie. I'm guessing you have a mix of Durant and Jarrett Allen guarding Anthony Davis, but that doesn't answer who's guarding LeBron. Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, definitely not Kyrie. Lakers in 6.
Well, Zach, to start off with MVP, I agree with you. I tried making good arguments, but I don't think I can. I mean, it's got to go to Luka. Since he's entered the league, I mean, he's made an immediate impact for the Mavericks. They just haven't, unfortunately, gotten, the high seed. We've seen them squeak into the playoffs. But he's only gotten better. I mean, last season, he almost averaged a triple-double, almost 29 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. I mean, it's just in his second season.
Yeah.
If he can lead the Mavericks, I'm like you. If he can lead them to a top 4, it just can't be like a squeak in. It's got to be like they are clearly going to make the playoffs. Again, it's a tough Western Conference. It has been the last couple of years. So he's just got to prove why he is one of the best players in the NBA. So I'm like you. If he can get him to a top 4 in the Western Conference, he's definitely the clear favorite. But he is going to be really exciting to watch. For Defensive Player of the Year, I just think Giannis is going to win it again. Anthony Davis, it's one of those years where if Giannis wasn't in the league, Anthony Davis definitely. I mean, those were your 2 best defenders by far. There really wasn't any other argument. But I just think Giannis is going to win it again. Obviously, his length and how much he's grown. He's gotten stronger. He knows how to use his body really well. So it's not just like his shot blocking. His perimeter defense, especially for his size, has really improved. And I think his length is just a huge advantage for him. So got to go with the Greek Freak for Defensive Player of the Year. For Rookie of the Year, I think with LaMelo Ball, you made some great points, and we'll see how that goes with the season. But I think he actually is going to adjust a lot quicker than expected. He is on a Hornets team that's got good point guards, but not a playmaking point guard. And, of course, that is definitely his most noted attribute, his playmaking, how he sees the floor. Probably the best playmaker in this class, and that's going to bode well for him. Obviously, as you said, the scoring needs to improve a bit, but still him playing overseas, I think, was a huge advantage to see guys who have played in different levels and try to go at a little faster speed. So I think that's really helped him develop and grow in a lot of different aspects to his game. If he can make those same adjustments in the NBA, I think he has a chance to be the best rookie in this class. I mean, this Rookie of the Year race is going to be a real close one. We saw a lot of great talent. There really wasn't a clear-cut decision on who the number 1 overall pick was, depending on obviously what team and who went where in terms of who got what pick. But I really think that LaMelo Ball's got this one. Finals matchup, I got to go with Bucks and Lakers. With the Bucks winning, I mean, with the Lakers, as you said, Anthony Davis, they were absolutely outstanding in the playoffs last season, and they've only added more talent. I mean, they got Dennis Schroeder, they got Montrezl Harrell, they did lose Rajon Rondo, but they've still got some good players who can, obviously start when they need to, but also come off the bench. So I really don't see it as a surprise to see them back in the finals. I think the reason that the Bucks are not only going to make it and win, as you said, the playoff experience is unfortunately what's lacking. An early second round exit was tough for them. But I think that chip on their shoulder is gonna really help with them, especially Giannis. He has shown that he has won and even argument for one of, if not the best player in the league. Picking up Drew Holiday obviously was a huge deal. I think they gave just a tad bit too much more than people were expecting, but still a good player, really good defender, and he might be that piece that they really needed to help push the Bucks. And of course, for Budenholzer, it's important for him. No one's really sure what's going to happen to him after this season, because the Bucks have high expectations. So they got to obviously make the Eastern Conference Finals, but which I think they will. So I think the Bucks win against the Lakers, but it will not be easy. It'll be a great series. I think it goes to 7. But I think it's going to be fun. I think, Zach, you can agree it's a different season. We only have the first half of the schedule released, only 72 games. But I'm looking forward to it. Last season was a very fun season. Definitely a different take than what we've seen, at least in our years of watching basketball. But I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think that 10th seed in the East is going to be really interesting, and in the West, with the play-in, that's going to be pretty big going into the postseason. I think into the season. Yeah, I'm wondering when they're going to. I would like to know when the second half of the schedule is coming out, because I just want to know what the whole schedule is. I mean, shortened NBA season's not new. There's obviously the lockout in 99. There was a lockout after that. 2011 sounds right in my head. Don't quote me on that.
Yep.
But 2011 sounds right. So we've seen lockout shortened seasons before. Maybe the Spurs will catch a break in a lockout shortened season. 2011 is not the lockout shortened year. It was 2013.
Oh, well,
it was 2013.
Early 2010s.
Now I'm thinking about it, because 2011 the Mavericks won. It was the Spurs won the last two lockout shortened seasons. Maybe they'll go for the lockout three-peat or the shortened season three-peat. Probably not, though, because they just don't have the talent. But, you never know. Greg Popovich is the second best coach of all
you never
time,
know.
So.
It's definitely going to be an exciting year, and I know we're looking forward to it.
If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for similar content. Let's get a discussion going down in the comments below. We'd love to hear and debate your opinions as well. And also, you can catch all full episodes of Beyond the Stats on all the major podcasting sites.
But you don't want me to do.